It's been a while. Yeah. But we're here. Um, it's really just a lot that's been going on. And with that, I know that I'm still learning. You know, there's one time I felt complacent. There's one time I felt complacent in my walk. And I realized that I was trying to do things by my own strength, trying to do things by my own will. And there's one thing I've learned, it's not my will, but it's yours be done in the past couple of months. Not my will, but yours be done. That's such a layered thing for me because I used to just bulldoze through everything with my own strength. At least I thought it was my own strength. I used to just see myself in this hole and I used to tell myself, I'm gonna get myself up. I'm gonna get myself up. And it takes some unlearning to do. I'm learning to unlearn. And I feel like that's the biggest thing in my walk with Christ. I'm learning to unlearn. Learning to unlearn. There's so much habits that I've picked up over the past years of just accumulated hurt and pain. And I've used that to kind of create a shield for myself. A shield that was made from distrust, a shield that was made from insecurity, a shield that was made from, just disregarding myself and my future. A shield that was just made from just pure tears, and in that, I'm learning to put that down. I'm learning to put that shield down and embrace. I'm learning to be. There's one thing that I often say, to love is to be. I'm learning to love. I'm learning to do a lot of things. I'm relearning. I'm learning to relearn. That's another thing as well. Yeah. There's a lot that's been going on in my life. But the biggest thing for me is that I'm learning through all of it. Everything is a lesson. And with lessons come perspective. And I strive to look at everything from an unbiased perspective instead of looking at it from the perspective that I once built with this hurt that I had, and realizing that I have no hurt to hold on to. Everything was a lesson. Without that, I wouldn't be the man that I am today. And with holding on, you only start to poison yourself. In holding on, you realize that you're not as strong as you thought you were. In holding on, I realized that there's a lot that I have to do to be able to pick myself up. It's almost impossible to constantly pick yourself up again and again and again. But that's where God comes in and he picks you up. And that's what he's been doing over this past couple of months. I realized that it's nothing that I can do with my own strength. There's really nothing I can do with my own strength. I've tried. Believe me. I've tried. And I may not look like my circumstance. And I thank God for that. It's only because of him. But I strive not to look like that. Because there's a lot that I've gone through. Let's put it at that. Mentally, physically, spiritually. But that hasn't stopped me from learning. They tried to stop me from learning, but here we are now, making this video about learning. I think that I have a lot to do here. Sounds like a journal entry, but I felt the need to post this on YouTube. I have a lot to do here, here in this earth, and I have a lot of people to persuade, and there's going to be a lot of seeds that I won't get to enjoy the shade of, and I'm still trying to learn how to deal with that, how to cope with that, because I feel like I need to see the change for it to happen. But the change is going to happen regardless. I just need to trust God for him to work that change. And honestly speaking, right now, I'm learning that I have an impact. lot of people. I used to look at myself and treat myself as something like, oh, you're nothing, da 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 da. That was the enemy talking, trying to get me away from my calling. I feel like I'm called to really be a billboard that people can look at and see if he's changed, I can too. People that watch, who know my story and who know what I've gone through. Not even just the people who know what I've gone through, people who will come to find out. People who are looking at me now. Why does he smile all the time? Why is he like this all the time? And I feel like I just need to be that person, because if you blend in, you're gonna look the same. I refuse to blend in. I refuse to look the same to everybody else. I refuse to look like the world. If you know me, you know that. I refuse to look like everything else everybody is doing. And what was I about to say, bro? Oh my gosh, here we go. But I'm driven by service. I'm driven by the strength of God. I'm driven by serving his people. And I'm not conforming to that neither. I'm using what I've gone through to pave that way, because truth be told, I don't even know where I was going with that, but I'm going to continue. I feel called to break barriers, to consistently be me. I just thank God for it all. Will I be consistent back on here? I'll try. I'll pray about it. But probably every Friday, that's what I'm thinking right now. That's what's on my heart. Every Friday, I'm gonna put something out. Just speaking from the heart. Me, Shaq's monologue. Be back. Can't say be back yet, but you know how it is, man. It's like, nah, what am I talking like that for? God bless. I love you all.